irregular and widespread, so aberrant in the history of the country, the judge said from the bench. And friends, here's something that I'm looking forward to as one of the next steps in this case. The judge scheduled another hearing in 2 weeks to hear from people in key positions. They include Charles Ezell, the acting director of OPM, as well as agency leaders who were on the receiving end of his agency's orders. Friends, I like that last part. You see what the judge did there? He said he'll be setting future hearings and will be requiring Trump administration officials to come in and be questioned about these illegal firings. Put a pin in that. We're going to circle back to that in a minute, because now the question is, okay, what happens next? Now that a federal court judge just handed down this order, well, inevitably, we're going to start to see the Trump administration trying to appeal these rulings, even if they're only temporary rulings, preliminary injunctions, and they're going to hope that they can bubble it all the way up to what Donald Trump often calls his Supreme Court. Because let's face it, the Supreme Court seems to be revealing an appetite to wade into these cases, at least when Donald Trump is on the losing end of a lower court decision, wade into these cases, at least administratively, and putting pauses in place, pausing these lower court rulings that are being entered against Trump and his administration. Because remember, that's what the Supreme Court just did in another case, when a trial court judge ordered that the Trump administration had to unfreeze billions of dollars that were supposed to go to U.S. aid organizations. Indeed, the invoices were flowing in from these U.S. aid organizations with whom the Trump administration had contracted. You know, in a very real sense, those bills had come due and were going unpaid. So a trial court judge said, unfreeze the damn funds. I don't think the trial court judge used the word damn. That was mine. And pay these invoices. Congress appropriated this money as part of, a U.S. aid package. So, of course, the Supreme Court swooped in and put an administrative stay in place, paused the judge's order directing that the funds be unfrozen and that the Trump administration pay its damn bills, its financial obligations. That was Chief Justice Roberts, who came galloping in to the aid of Trump and company. So, yes, they are beginning to show an appetite to try to continue to do favors for Trump and his administration. But, friends, now let's circle back to the issue of what happens when trial court judges begin to require Trump administration officials and agency heads to come in and answer questions about what courts are finding are illegal terminations, illegal firings of probationary employees. So, friends, here's a big ticket question, a question that is likely to become relevant very soon. When federal court judges issue orders, like, for example, ordering Trump administration officials to appear in court and testify about these illegal firings, or when federal court judges issue contempt orders in the event an administration official fails to appear, fails to testify, fails to comply with earlier federal court orders, who enforces those orders? Well, to answer that question, we're going to have to go, as we often do, to the big, ugly blue book of federal laws, the United States Code, and specifically, for those of you scoring at home, it's going to be Title 28, Section 566 of the United States Code, and here's how it reads.